Hey everybody, welcome back again. This time I'm going to talk about movies, more specifically non-franchised, under the radar type of films. Nothing like The Thing, something everybody knows, or Burning or anything like that. I'm going to talk about movies that I think deserve to be seen. Not very much in depth because a lot of these I haven't seen in a long fucking time. I just know I liked them or I thought they were at least decent. And in honor of this, I got my Bloody Valentine shirt, which is tight as fuck on me because it's only a medium, but it works as an undershirt pretty well. It's the only one they had left. My fat ass keeps gaining weight. Large will be too tight eventually. Anyway, I have three formats here. Fuck Blu-ray because I don't fucking deal with it. I have Blu-ray, but I watch them occasionally. I thought about putting four different formats, but fuck it. Three's enough. I have like 15, 16, 17 movies here. Going to go through them really quickly, so there's no in-depth reviews, just boom, 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 boom. And if you see these films, have seen these films, or want to see these films, try to find them. I don't ever do streaming, but who am I to tell you what to do? Let's get started. First one, maybe the most popular one on this list, one of them anyway. That's Bloody Birthday. I have this on Blu-ray also. It wasn't released on Laserdisc, I don't think. I like the one alternative artwork with the birthday cake and the fingers coming out. This is basically a story about killer kids that were born on lunar eclipse, I think, and at midnight or something. And it turns them evil, and they just pick off, try to kill the adults around the town. It's a really good film. I like it. I enjoy it. So check it out. Next up, I never really liked this when I first got it back in like early 2000s, and that's Shredder. I don't like snowboarders myself, so this is basically the premise. These snowboarders go into this mountain resort, get picked off one by one by a skier because they hate snowboarders, and yeah, snowboarding is so popular it ruins skiing, and it's kind of like skateboarding ruined roller skating because now everybody wants to skateboard since Tony Hawk and that group, what the hell's the group called, they made the movie on. But yeah, so those two sports pretty much ripped off their parent sports. So yeah, it has a couple cool kills, especially the end kill and the kill that everybody thinks is the best perfect crime kill, and that's the ice. The fucking things, not ice pick, but the things that freeze. God damn it, I can't even think of it. That come down and you just break it off and stab somebody with it. Yeah, fuck. This is my ADHD for you. Icicles. There we go. Next up is maybe the most popular one on this list. I don't know why I put it on here, but it deserves to be seen. Slaughter High, where they have a school reunion at the high school like 10 years later, and the tormented kid gets his revenge by killing them off one by one in gruesome ways. It has Caroline Munro from Maniac, which is also a killer film, one of my favorites of all time, which I didn't put in this list because people know about it. I forgot to mention, I don't count remakes. I only am doing films with no sequels, and remakes don't fucking matter to me. So yeah, so prequels don't count either. So it's all films. It's just one movie. And if it's being remade, I don't count it. So yeah, Slaughter High, it's a really good movie. It's on Laserdisc in Asia. I'm not sure which country off the top of my head, but it's very fucking rare. I don't have it. Want to get it eventually. Next up is Trauma Film. Beware Children at Play. Basically, these kids have this cult and based upon Beowulf in the fucking woods, and they try to kill all the adults in the town. It's cheesy as fuck. It's not good, but if you don't like kids and you specifically hate kids, especially near the end of this movie, you'll fucking laugh your ass off and love it. That's all I want to say about this film, but you need to check it out. Beware Children at Play. Next up, this movie is very unknown. It has Meatloaf, rest in peace, Zelda Rubinstein from Poltergeist, rest in peace, Alexandra Holden. It's basically a killer. It kills. It says, I haven't seen it for a fucking long time. Receives mysterious gift that grants owner three wishes. the dreams can come true with a vengeance, and he starts killing off one by one based on what they wish for, basically. The bowling ball golf scene is one I remember the most. It's a decent movie. It's nothing great, but I've seen way worse, so check it out. Sorry for my fucking reviews, because I have so many fucking movies that I don't ever get around to watching very often. Last up, this is a bootleg. It's not been on any fucking DVD. It's only on VHS. I don't have it. It's probably fucking expensive. And that's Fatal Games, where a javelin killer is killing off all Olympic hopefuls with a fucking javelin. It's cheese at its finest, but I dig it. And the underwater scene needs to be seen because that's a cool fucking scene. Just the cinematography and it's just a cool shot. I think it deserves to be seen. Definitely needs a release. Fatal Games, cheesy but cool in the same way. And that's all the DVDs. Next up, I have this on, might have it on DVD too, but I also have it on Laserdisc. This is Hide and Go Shriek, doing the VHSs right now. Basically, these kids have this overnight sex party in this abandoned, or it's not abandoned, but closed down for the night furniture store, and they get killed off one by one. It's an average film. It's nothing spectacular, but I think it's needs to be seen at least once. As Sean Kanan from Cobra Kai and Mike Barnes, he's in it. Here's one from the Netherlands, which is Amsterdam. This is a very underrated movie by the same guy that directed The Lift. It's basically this killer stalks people in the canals of Amsterdam, and the raft scene is the most famous. And if you've seen this movie, you know. And it also turns into an action film of sorts toward the climax, and has that fabulous boat chase scene through the canals of Amsterdam. I highly recommend Amsterdammed. So yeah, it's pretty good. Last one on VHS for this time, since I don't have a lot of VHS, and that's Terror at the Opera, aka Opera, which is one of Argento's most underrated movies nobody talks about. Basically, this killer stalks this opera singer inside the opera and their house, and anybody with a production is targeted and killed one by one. The scene with the little, I don't know, like nails on the eyelids and keeping their eyes open, fucking awesome shot. Really underrated. One of my favorite Argento movies. So I'm speeding through this shit really quick. If I'm talking too fast, I'm sorry. It's just how I am. Now on to the laser discs. This one, Out of the Dark. It's on DVD, but it's like a bootleg burnt DVR almost on Amazon. It has a killer clown with a mask on. You can see him talking in the phone booth. Basically calls this call girl escort service and brags about killing and targets all the escorts. It's okay. It's a decent movie. I liked it. It's nothing spectacular, but there's a lot of movies that are way worse. Next up, here's one I don't know why nobody talks about. Probably because it's a French film, and I can't show the back of this because it has tits and boobies on it. Baby Blood, which also known as The Evil Within, the U.S. version. I have it on VHS also, where this woman becomes impregnated with this diabolical baby, and the baby keeps talking to her, and he says he needs blood in order to survive, and she basically kills to protect her baby. So yeah, it's basically the whole thing. It's gory. There's a lot of nudity because she's pregnant and naked half the time. But this is the German version, and it's also shot in French. So this is a French version, and it's German. This one's even more rare. You don't see it at all, and yeah, I can show the back of this one. Basically, it doesn't have the boobs, but yeah, this one is from Taiwan. It's also in French. I speak French, but I'm not really good at it because I used to be good in high school, and it's been 20 years, so I don't converse in it very well. So I obviously can't put the fucking titles on it, but I've seen the movie, but I've not yet watched the original versions. But I'll watch it eventually, and yeah, this one's super rare. It's from Taiwan. That's Baby Blood, aka The Evil Within. Next up is more of an action thriller horror film, supernatural, I guess, and it's one of my favorites. The First Power, with Lou Diamond Phillips and this satanic killer. It basically they kill him, but he comes back to life, and it's all it has to deal with like it's hard to really explain, but you can't kill him. It's like supernatural, and it's sort of like the Shocker in a sense, but not as famous. And it has a couple cool scenes, and the rooftop scene, the one with the fucking propeller he has, and he rips off the propeller in the fucking hotel room. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's hard to explain. You just have to fucking watch it because the first power is like a religious thing, and has to do with, I don't know anything about religion. So yeah, it's like there's a whole section on the like nuns and the Bible and all that. So yeah, it's good though. I would recommend it. Next up, Stage Fright, where the killer, they're doing like a play closed theater, and involve this person with a mask, and the con escapes from the mental hospital and gets in the theater and kills them off one by one. It's gory, it's great. It's one of my favorite giallo films, slasher movies from Italy. This is the Japanese, I think, release. And yeah, I would highly recommend this. If you're a slasher fan, you've probably seen this or know about it, and I would just watch it. It's great. The next one, I don't know why I brought it in. I just grabbed it. It's not. I just mentioned it. The Shocker. It's not unknown. I don't know why I grabbed it, but the killer gets electrocuted and comes through like the electronic outlets, and stalks people and jumps in their bodies and stuff. It's not Wes Craven's finest moment, but it's cheesy enough and has a great soundtrack, and it features Paul Stanley and like the Dudes of Wrath, and it has like Alice Cooper, and even has Kane Roberts in a cameo. So can't go wrong there. And this one is like a sci-fi horror film starring the great Brad Dourif, the original and only good voice of Chucky in my opinion, where he's like this almost like a scientist that builds this robotic death machine and traps people in this like commercial building, and he stalks them in the building, and it's just really good. I haven't seen it in a long time, but this is Hong Kong or Indonesian, I don't know, it's one of those fucking Asian countries. It's very rare. It's on Laserdisc. I also have it on DVD. Would highly recommend it, but I haven't seen it in a long ass time. And last, I just got this today. It's one of my favorite monster films that no one really knows about, ever talks about, or ever is ever seen on TV or anything. And that's The Deadly Spawn. I even have The Deadly Spawn as my cover photo on Facebook because it's fucking badass. And yeah, basically it's a ripoff of Alien, people say, but I mean, there's face with no eyes, that crashes to the earth and invades this person's basement, these people's houses, and has like these two long arms, a big mouth, and it's cheesy as hell, but it's good, like good cheesy, and it's not very long. It's like an hour and 20 minutes, but and it also has, I don't know if it gives birth is the right word for it, but it has these like little slugs with these fucking big teeth on them. It's pretty cool. So yeah, highly recommend The Deadly Spawn. So that's my list. I went through these fuckers really quick, and if I talk too fast, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get them out there, get a video done, because I wasn't really in the mood to make one for a while, so this might be the last one for a bit. Maybe not. I might make one next week. I haven't decided, but if you've seen any of these movies, let me know what your favorites are. I have so many more I could do on the next part, but just like the last video I did, I'm going to make a couple parts. So yeah, those are some of the non-franchise movies that went under the radar, minus maybe The Shocker. Even that, because nobody talks about it, but people know about it. That needs to be looked at just at least once if you haven't seen any of those. So let me know what you think of those movies. And as always, I'll put a link for a video I did in the past. And please subscribe. It really helps me. And boy, I'm talking fast. I don't know why. Anyway, rock on. Thanks for watching. And I'll catch you all later.